Welcome to this new Flight Simulator update movie. It was a little bit of a surprise for me at least, because I was expecting this city update number 6, Southwest Germany, today and not yesterday. However, it has been released yesterday, right? And it will focus on cities of Southwest Germany's Baden-Württemberg, which is the state. So what they did is they packaged it up again in the city update number 6, and that focused on that specific area in Germany. So that's good. So you will be able to fly in the diverse and vibrant region of Europe. So cities of Mannheim, Heidelberg, Karlsruhe, Stuttgart, Esslingen, and Kahl in Germany are being updated, and the French city of Strasbourg, which lies just across the border from Kahl, right? So those are the cities which they kind of pimped up, right? Based on partners, or partner development, right? So they didn't develop it themselves. So some more about the area. It's the most geographically diverse regions, right? So it has the famed Black Forest, as well as the rivers, the Rhine and the Danube, including its source and the Neckar, as well as several lakes, including Lake Constance and rich farmland and vineyards. So if you love vineyards, then you should go to that part of Germany. In this case, however, right, we're flying, so we shouldn't drink because that's not allowed. So be careful with that. So what else has been shared, right? So let's go to some screenshots. Here you can see, for example, Mannheim, right? You can see that there are some cities or some specific points included. So that's good. Then we've got Heidelberg over here. And some information. Karlsruhe, Stuttgart, Esslingen, and Kiel and Strasbourg, which is also partially in France, right? So that's really cool. So what's included? Well, that's a little bit, I would say, cryptic, right? They mentioned several, let's say, famous, I would say, organizations which are there. For example, in Strasbourg, you've got the Strasbourg European Parliament, as well as the European Ombudsman. I'm not sure if this is really, let's say, translated correctly, but hey, that's it. And the European Union and the Eurocorps. So that's all housed in Strasbourg, as well as several cathedrals and an opera house, which are normally included. If we go back to the top, we can see that they did the same thing for Esslingen. So it includes Esslingen Castle, the Inner Bridge, and the Church of Our Lady. So also some cool things. In Stuttgart, you will get the new palace, the MHP arena, as well as the Stuttgart TV tower. In Karlsruhe, we've got the State Museum of Baden, the Karlsruhe Palace, and the Karlsruhe Botanical Gardens. If you love gardens, then you should go there. And in Heidelberg, we have features like the Heidelberg Castle, the Church of the Holy Spirit, and the Old Bridge, Heidelberg. So that's really cool. And last but not least, Mannheim, the Mannheim Water Tower, which you can see over here if I'm correct, as well as the Mannheim Baroque Palace and the Fernmeldeturm Mannheim, which is a telecommunication tower, which you see over here. So that's really cool. That's being added. In addition to that, the local legend number 15, the Dornier Do 31 E1 has been released. So this is also a very cool one. So if you love flying, let's say, kind of some older aircrafts, then you might want to buy this one. It's a jet-powered vertical takeoff and a landing VTOL experimental military aircraft developed by the West German aviation manufacturer and historically renowned as the only jet-powered VTOL utility transport aircraft ever created and flown. So the price of this is, I would say, pretty cheap. It will only cost you, let's go down, drum ruffle, I think it was $15 or something. It was really cheap. Where was it? It's here, right? So $15. And then you will get this one, including 7 liveries. So the E1 experimental, the E3 experimental, olive green, the green camouflage, the Marine Search and Rescue, as well as the Xbox Aviators Club and the Aviators Club. So now available via the store. So something more about the aircraft, right? Here you can see some pictures of it. So pretty cool. So I'm really, I would say, thinking about maybe I should also buy this one myself and record some other videos about that. So keep an eye on my channel for that. So enough about these pictures. Let's skip to Flight Simulator and let's see how we can install it. So to get the latest and greatest, we will need to go to the marketplace, right? Which you will find in the bottom right corner. There you will find the new releases, and one of those new releases is in this case City Update number 6. That's when you want to install City Update number 6, which again focuses on Southwest Germany. What you will need is you need to have version 1.36.2.0 of Flight Simulator, but hey, it's automatically updating, and without updating it, you can't really use it. So that shouldn't be a worry. And then you will get the latest and greatest, again, the cities which we just discussed. And one thing which I forgot to tell you, it's also using the latest high resolution aerial imagery and feature high fidelity TIN, the triangulated irregular network surface modeling. So to get it, you can simply press get, then you will only get it. Yeah, right, you don't install it, or you can press get and download. If you press get and download, then it will start downloading in the background. So you will see it needs to download approximately 800 megabyte and it needs to extract things. And eventually it will cost you 4 gig of this space and it will take some time before downloading it. Luckily, it goes a lot faster compared to normally the sim updates. But I will pause the recording now and then we can have a look at what has been added. So in my case, it just took a few minutes before it was installed, right? So what we can do in that case, we can go to the world map. Keep in mind that the world map might freeze initially, but then we can zoom into the part which is updated, right? So here you can see Netherlands, Belgium, France, and here we've got Germany, right? So let's focus on that area. It's always a challenge because we need to zoom on into the part where we really want to focus on. Um, so let me check where is Strasbourg, right? So the good thing is that in this case, we can always search in this menu and then hopefully it will find it. I think it's called Saarbrücken, if I'm correct. Oh, no, here it is, Strasbourg. I just overlooked it. So here's Strasbourg, right? So what I did is they updated, I would say, this part or several parts of this area of Germany. But also Strasbourg received an update. The bad thing is that, of course, if you, let's say, search, then they will remove everything. In this case, you can see that the Strasbourg Cathedral is there, and we've got this one, the Chateau du Haut Koningsbrug, which was already there, if I'm correct. We can see this one has been added. If we go to the other areas, we don't see too much point of interest, to be honest. So based on this, my guess is that they mainly focused on updating the city itself, but not really focusing on adding point of interests, which normally happens right when they release a world update. So do expect that you will likely have some more details, right? If we would zoom into here, that would say this is, I would say, better, but also the elevation of the buildings is better compared to how it currently or how it was previously. So again, this area, this is what they covered for the city update number 6, right? You can also see Karlsruhe here. And you don't see any point of interest being added here. But likely also they updated, I would say, the nice things in the city of Strasbourg. That's for the city update. So if we go to the next update or the next add-on, that's the Dornier Do 31, which is a really special aircraft. And based on some reviews on the internet, I also saw that it was pretty complex to fly with, so keep that in mind. Here we can see some screenshots, right? Using the multiple liveries, it's built by Microsoft in combination with Builds. Well, likely Builds did most of the work. And if you're lucky, you've got the most expensive version of Flight Simulator, then you get even a discount and it will only cost you, in my case, 10 euros. So likely the dollar price is exactly the same. So you can see a lot of cool things over here. So there are a lot of, I would say, documentation. And here we can see some more screenshots. So look at the engines, right? Look at the engines which are really special. What are the engines? Likely not. No, it's always say, not sure what it is. Looks like air intake or something. Here we can see the jet engines. We can see the cockpit and also the multiple liveries which are available. If you look at this, right, the level of detail, the usage, really, really cool. Here we can see, okay, this likely for the, would say, vertical landing and say takeoff and landing. pretty promising, this one. So currently, right, available in my case for €10, so likely $10 if you got the most expensive version of Flight Simulator. Else you will need to pay $15 or €15, which I think is still pretty cheap looking at all the details which you get. So I will likely press the buy and download option, but I will do that later on and will post a separate video about that. So in this video, we looked at the latest city update, number 6, as well as the Donier Doll 31. That's the local legend which has been released. We looked at the release notes, we looked at some pictures, we looked at how to install the city update, and we looked at some more pictures of the Donier Doll 31. Here ends this video. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, then consider to use the like button. If you got questions or comments, then feel free to post them in the comment box below. And if you want to stay up to date about new videos I'm posting, then make sure you're subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time.